I'm glad you're happy for Cincinnati. You go out there and do a whole week of talking about Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. I'm going all in. I'm switching my pick again. Switching my pick again. This is me getting carried away. Okay?
They got one.
All they do is get that one.
Hold on.
Just break through.
They got one playoff win. They got one playoff win.
Now I'm putting them in the Super Bowl.
31 years. Now you got them two more.
Yes.
Now you got two more.
Yes. Just going crazy.
Two more
Just
in the
going
next
crazy.
couple of weeks.
Michael, I was researching earlier and I saw a mind-blowing stat that
What's the mind-blowing stat? Let's hear it.
Patrick Mahomes is 3-1 in the playoffs when the Chiefs' in-game win probability dips below 5%. The rest of the NFL in those situations during that time is 1-38. So we spent this week,
that's a great
rightfully
stat.
so, marveling at the magician that is Patrick Mahomes and what he and the Chiefs pulled off against Buffalo last weekend. And what this week allowed me to do, Michael, is do something that I do far too much of. Is it allowed me to overthink. I flinched, which is something that Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals do not do. Listen to Joe Burrow for yourself.
These are the reason that I play football. I play to get to these moments and to make plays and take advantage of my opportunities. I work really hard for these moments. And if I worked really hard and never got to a position that I'm in right now, playing in an AFC Championship game, chance to go to the Super Bowl, I think that would be tough for me to mentally to work as hard as I do each week in the off season to come in and go 500 every year and be a fringe playoff team. I work so hard so I can get into these moments and play well.
Mike, let me break this down so it could forever and consistently be broke. All right? I'll be honest. This week I blinked. I got enamored and caught up with Patrick Mahomes and Cincinnati and Kansas City and how explosive they are and how resilient they are. And now I want to tell you what my third eye sees coming before it happens.
Before it happens, right.
Okay? Come Monday,
I may have to put that on.
We're going to be talking about I had it on earlier.
I may have to put that on.
We are going to be talking about the Joe Burrow game. Joe Burrow's about to do something special in Kansas City this Sunday. Michael, early in the season after they beat Jacksonville, and I've repeated it several times since, I said, in short order, in due time, the Bengals would have the best quarterback in the AFC North. And the reason I thought that was a bold statement is because also in that division resides the youngest MVP in NFL history and one of the best quarterbacks in the league already in Lamar Jackson. But I think I may have undersold Joe Burrow. Because what I'm here to tell you is get ready.
Don't do this.
In the next 2 weeks, I'm doing it. In the next 2 weeks, after Sunday's AFC Championship win by Cincinnati in Kansas City, get ready for in the next 2 weeks to hear people discussing and debating where Joe Burrow ranks among the best quarterbacks in the league already in year two.
All right, look.
That's what's on the horizon after the Bengals beat Kansas City in the AFC Championship game on Sunday. Michael, the old saying is, when you go to the party, you dance with who brung you. And at various times this season, I've been frustrated by Cincinnati, mainly because when they lost to the Jets and Mike White, remember that?
Yeah.
And they lost to the Browns. I had to come and hear you tell me about the same old Bengals. Don't ever trust the Bengals.
They're not the same old Bengals.
But they got, no, I know, and I know you're off of that now. I know you're not beating that drum anymore. I know that. But my point is, I've been on this journey too long to jump off now. Cincinnati. Over Kansas City in the AFC title game. A special performance by Joe. Never blink, never flinch. bone crusher, I ain't never scared Burrow in Kansas City. In the next 2 weeks.
Cigar smoking.
It's a cigar game, baby.
Repping, Southwest and Southeast Ohio. Yeah, I got it.
And Louisiana. All that. It's coming. It's coming.
All right. Look, you said about an old saying. Ain't nothing as old as the Bible, right? And there's an old biblical saying. Well, we've turned it. It's not in the Bible, but we've kind of created it. And you said it a few times this season. Won't he do it, right? Won't he do it? Sure, he will do it. But in the Bible, it also says, wait for the Lord. Be patient. And you're trying to push it along. You're trying to push it along before that time. It ain't quite.
Push it along.
It ain't. Push it along.
Yeah, push it along.
And so we're gonna mix in Psalms, A Tribe Called Quest, and Pulp Fiction. It ain't quite time yet. Hang back. Joe Burrow may be all of those things. He may be all the things that you said. It's not his time yet to be in the conversation as the best. Says facts. Says your
not
eyes,
the best.
Says your mind.
No, not the best. Wait. Did you misunderstand me? I didn't say the best. I said where he ranks among the. He's already one of the best young quarterbacks.
No higher than 6. No higher than 6.
Point being. Okay. Wherever you want to put him. After this weekend, many people will be revisiting that conversation and discussing where it was 6, 5, 4. I don't care. Point being is Joe Burrow ain't done playing this season. Yeah. That's the point. That's all I need you to know.
All right. Joe Burrow is a terrific talent, and I've enjoyed watching him. I've really enjoyed watching him all season, even as I've made my Cincinnati jokes. I watched it. I watched him last year before he got hurt. He was off to a great start. He got hurt. This year, terrific. He's tough. The guy got sacked 9 times in a playoff game against the Titans, who are ragdolling him and his offensive line. But he still had enough toughness and presence of mind to come back and make some heady plays. And you heard him after the game when he talked about what they were thinking, how they were approaching it in the final, 21 seconds left when they got that pick and it got him in field goal range and then made the game-winning field goal. He said, we knew what coverage they were going to be in. We knew what they were going to do. And I just felt like we could make a play to Jamar Chase that gave him the necessary yardage to kind of make that drive down the stretch. But I did say he was sacked 9 times. Why was he sacked 9 times? Because Joe Burrow is a very good thrower, but he ain't Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes probably should have been sacked 6, 7 times in the Buffalo game. Okay. Probably should be sacked a lot more than he is, but he's able to stand in the pocket when he needs to and make Burrow-like throws, or next dimension, he got another dimension that they don't have. And this is a theme for Kansas City. At the quarterback spot, Cincinnati has a good one. Kansas City has a better one. At tight end, Cincinnati has a good one. Kansas City has a better one. At wide receiver, Cincinnati has a good one. Kansas City has a better one. And it just goes down the list. At the head coach, Cincinnati has a good one in Zach Taylor. Kansas City has a better one. They got more playmakers. They got more than what you have in the game. I don't care what they call the stadium now. The game at Arrowhead, yes, they're better. And here's the other thing. Can I just say this?
We ain't seen them. Have you forgotten already? I know it was a regular season, but it was only week 17. Wasn't that long ago. I know your memory fails you in your old age. It wasn't like Kansas City got a lot. But Cincinnati has just as much firepower. And Cincinnati has the ability to go. They just beat them. What are you talking about? They just beat them. I'm sorry, that was in Cincinnati. They just beat them. It was the regular season.
In this game, I think I might have said Kansas City. Not only this. Okay, look at the score right here. Look at the score. This is where I hold the coaching tape. Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, Steve Spagnuolo, everybody. Let's just put the coaching tape on and say, guys, we were playing around with them then. We didn't take them seriously.
There you go. Michael, you don't take them seriously. See, that's my problem. See, as much as you have come around on the Bengals, as much as you have come around to respect the Bengals, they're still the Bengals to you. So instead of you recognizing how much talent they have.
It ain't that.
Instead of you.
Organizationally. This is for the record.
You're saying.
I think ownership is a joke. I think football operations is a joke. Now, I respect the team, the players, and I respect the coach.
Well,
I do not expect.
Somebody had to bring those players in.
They're in a bubble. Come on.
Somebody had to bring those players in. But that ain't even my point. That ain't even my point. That ain't even my point.
All right, go ahead.
Instead of you recognizing that the Bengals came back to win this game based on their talent and their own perseverance, you're looking at it as, oh, well, Kansas City, they took them lightly. They were playing around with it.
Okay,
if that's the case.
Did you watch that game?
Of course I watched that game. It was only a record-setting game by Jamar. Of course, and I came in the next day talking shit. And I'm still talking it.
Right.
Absolutely, I watched that game. My point is, that was not about just Kansas City taking its foot off the gas. That was about how explosive Cincinnati is. And Cincinnati is more than capable of going toe-to-toe with Kansas City in terms of firepower. I'll go back to what I said to you after the Tennessee game. What did I tell you then? I'll remind you what I said. First rule of combat, hand-to-hand combat, is you assume that everybody you're fighting is a world-class fighter. You do not judge a book by its cover. You can't get past the Cincinnati of it all. So that's why you thought Tennessee was going to was going to out-tough and beat up and physically manhandle Cincinnati. And while they did it up front, Cincinnati showed itself to be every bit as physical as Tennessee. Likewise, Cincinnati is every bit as explosive as Kansas City.
You bring in all kinds of mysticism into it and all that BS. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, you can't get past the Cincinnati. You can't get past the stripes. And a Bengal can't change the stripes.
That Kansas City has, Michael, you're telling me Kansas City has so much more than Cincinnati when we saw Cincinnati outscore them already in this game. What are you talking about? Do they have a better quarterback? Yes. Do they have a better tight end? Yes. They don't have a better running game than Cincinnati does.
Where's the lie I just said?
I'm agreeing with you on those two things. Did they have a better head coach? Yes. After that, that's it. Kansas City has 3 explosive wide receivers that could beat you. Kansas City has a much better Cincinnati has 3 explessive wide receivers that can beat you. Ask Kansas City about that. Cincinnati has a much better running game than Kansas City. I saw them against Buffalo, yes.
Did you see Buffalo try a number 1 defense in the league, right? Number one point differential in the league, and Buffalo. Okay, number 1. Oh, Buffalo's a great team. You're so embarrassing. Your name out here in the streets, man. You can't be saying Buffalo can't get it done. They got the number 1 defense. All right, look what happened in the number 1 defense. What Kansas City did to them.
Look what Josh Allen did to Kansas City.
They drugged
Look what Josh Allen did to Kansas City. Josh Allen, again, I'm not taking anything away from Kansas City, but for a coin toss, Kansas City might not be playing right now. But for a squib kick, Kansas City might not even be playing right now. Kansas City is not invincible, and if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Okay, listen to this. This is why I talk about the mysticism stuff. You're talking about, you thought Cincinnati was going to revert to the same. I said, no. Tennessee was the number 1 seed in the league. And I talk about them as such. I respected that they earned the number 1 seed, and they're the number 1 team playing at home. That's why I gave them respect. I didn't say they were going to blow them out. I said they were going to work Cincinnati. I did say that. But I didn't say it was going to be like 30-0 or 41-7. Okay, I was talking a little something, but I gave them respect after their playoff win over the Raiders.
Begrudgingly.
But we're talking about the number 1 team. I'm talking about the number 1 team in the league and the number in the conference, 1 and 2. So it's not like, oh, why won't you give Cincinnati respect? I'm giving Cincinnati the appropriate respect, but they're playing opponents that I have great respect for, that are better than they are based on the records and based on the body of work.
Okay. Come Monday, you'll be singing a different tune. Before we wrap this up, I got one question for you, because we're both storytellers at heart, all right? We're both storytellers at heart.
Okay.
So you see that? Patrick Mahomes can become the youngest quarterback to start 3 Super Bowls. 4th straight AFC Championship game, all at home. Let me ask you a question. What's the better story? What would be the better story? Would the better story be Patrick?
Cincinnati.
Okay. That's refreshing to hear you say that. I was about to say Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs Kingdom becoming a dynasty, or the Bengals going from no playoff wins in 3 decades and never a road playoff win to 3 playoff wins and 2 on the road, and Joe Burrow's in the Super Bowl. And you're saying, Michael, you were right. You were so far ahead until you looked lost. You were right. Which one is better?
Oh, Cincinnati going to the Super Bowl a couple of years after having the #1 pick in the drafts, a year after Joe Burrow goes down and they don't look like they're really on the way to anywhere. I mean, you think about where they were this season. They had got to a great start, and then after they lost to the Jets, and then after they lost to San Francisco, and they rided a teetering around. They lost to the Browns, got blown out by the Browns. And they're teetering around 500. You're like, okay, yeah, nice story. Maybe next year. Maybe a nice little 9-8, 8-9.
That's what I'm saying.
So
see,
to win a game at home against the Raiders, good game. They should have won that game. I mean, they were favored in that game, I believe. But underdog in Tennessee, if they win that, they did win that. But they go to Kansas City and beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, go to the Super Bowl. That's an incredible story. It is an incredible story. I'm a journalist, so I'm not really well trained in fiction. I'm in the nonfiction realm.
You're the nonfiction space.
There's some great fiction writers out there. I see you, Colson Whitehead. I see you, dog.
I like how you played that. I like how you played that.
Come on.
You said it ain't quite time yet. Who are you to tell? Who are you to say what the appointed time is?
Okay.
Joe Burrow,
right,
hey,
we'll see.
You were once a precocious youngster, as was I. Yeah. What them old folks used to say. He been here before.
Old folks.
Joe Burrow been here before. Listen, they are not, have you listened to, have you seen the crowd noise that they practicing in? They are going in there expecting to win, prepared to win. They aren't intimidated. They're not looking at this like, oh, we just happy to be here and it's a big bad Kansas City and our time will come. No, time is now.
Did you see?
Time is now.
Did you see Patrick Mahomes when there was 13 seconds left? Did you see him? Just a look.
I saw him.
He was like, oh, cool. Oh,
his heartbeat. You saw that? His heartbeat didn't go up. Remember that? You saw that? That metric or whatever? Hey, man.
I mean, and it's a shame that's called Paul Brown Stadium. Keep Paul Brown's name out your mouth. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.